Have you created an awesome meme that you'd love to share with the world, but you aren't sure what the best way to organize it within OBS is? Well, let's take this as an example.
Gotta go fast!
Yes, the black bars are intentional. Anyway, I digress. One might think the easiest way would just be to go in there and add that Sonic in one after another in all your scenes. If you've only got one scene, this may not be a problem. However, once you begin to grow and expand your scenes, this could be a bit of an issue. So what I do is create what I'm calling a meme overlay. Think of the meme overlay as a transparent layer across all of your scenes, ready to go, pushing out the spiciest meatballs that you can think of at the touch of a button. How do we go through this? How do we create it? What's the purpose? What do you need, etc.? I'll go through all that in a moment. Let's get right to it. Just a quick disclaimer, I won't be making a tutorial on how to set up your camera, how to set up the lightings, microphone settings, filters, that sort of thing. This is more specifically for the stuff that you regularly can't find on the internet, or certainly that I couldn't find at the time of this video. So we'll be focusing in on that. But if you guys do want tutorials on any of that, I'm happy to provide what I know. I'm not an expert in this stage. I'm just putting out the information that I couldn't find out there to kind of potentially help one of you. Now, to get started with all these things, there's really not a lot you need. You basically need a meme, and that could be a video file, a GIF, a picture, even a sound. This thing could be used for. It could be used for a series of actions. We'll be getting to that later on as one of the more advanced tips. But let's start small. Let's say you've got just a standard video file, maybe with the green screen background. Maybe not necessarily. What do you need to do? Okay, let's start with my Sonic example. Okay, so as you can see, unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with this infinite echo that's going on right now, just due to how we're going to record this scene of OBS. But really, we've got three things in this scene, okay? We've got the meme overlay, which we're going to jump into, which is basically just a group of items. But right now, we're looking at just how to add one first. Oh wow, it's Wise Goat from the future here. Just a quick point, I forgot to say that the meme overlay is actually another scene containing groups of other sources. Thank you. And then we've got my camera, which is down here, hey-ho, and we've got the OBS window, so I can capture and show you guys. Pretty straightforward so far. All right, so let's try and grab our Sonic from another window, which I have up here previously. Where are you, Sonic? So just check out what happens if you're going to dump this straight in the scene. Keep in mind, for this one, I have already edited out some of the green screen part of that already. It'll do another video later on if you want to check out that part. But let's assume for the most part, you've got transparency or you don't care about it. This is all you would need to do. Let's jump this one in over here. Just drag it on in.
Gotta go fast!
Okay, I think we will definitely mute Sonic, otherwise you guys are going to go insane. But you'll see that he essentially just appears once and goes away. That's not great if you want to pull him up by demand. So how do we do this? How do we make sure he comes on every time perfectly at the press of a button? Well, you can do that through a number of ways. Number one, a hotkey. That's pretty straightforward, right? So if we come in over here, now I've forgotten where the hotkeys are. Okay, scroll on down to hotkeys. I can find this scene somewhere along the line, wherever it may be. Sorry, I have a lot of scenes. Oh my. I really need to clean these up. Part 2 on how to clean up your scenes is coming soon. Meme overlay. As you can see, this is my meme overlay scenes. I don't use any hotkeys, and I'll tell you why in a sec. YouTube OBS Tutorial. Oh, what a name. That is a great name. So you can see here, you've got a couple options to put hotkeys in. All we need to do for this one, say for example, is go Control 3 to turn them off, and then Control 3. Sorry. Maybe even the same. Actually, no, you don't need a second one there. So we'll just remove that one. It essentially acts as the same thing, same actions. You don't need to do that. It's implied. OBS is good like that. I lied. I completely lied. See, I don't use hotkeys that often. So we'll come in here again. And also have the same key. This should work. Okay, so now show it. Okay, he's not there. And is he there? Oh, isn't he wonderful? Look at him just scoot across the screen in that sort of beautiful Sonic way he does. Surely won't have nightmares about that. Okay, so that's great. Look, if all you want to do is have a couple of things and you're happy to sacrifice some keyboard shortcuts, that's all you need to do. Things appearing and disappearing, you don't need anything else. However, what I would suggest, if you can afford one, a Stream Deck is a great option for a number of reasons. Number one, it's sitting separate from your keyboard. Number two, you can see it visually. It doesn't matter what scene you're in, or if a game is trying to overtake your control of the keyboard. Sometimes OBS won't pick that up. I have tried Lua keys as well to try and automate some of this stuff, but it got a little bit complicated. So I decided to invest in a Stream Deck to forego a lot of stuff, because as you'll see later on, there's a bit more than just hiding and showing that we can do with this meme overlay to make it really, really powerful. Definitely think it's worth the investment, but I totally get that not everyone can make one. Okay, so here's where the meat of the situation comes in. I have a folder set up on my Stream Deck called Meme Overlay, which is down there. I was just trying to touch it physically. So what you can see here, right? If we have a look here, I've got all of my memes, all of my stuff that I want to spam when I'm live. You can see all of them here. And I've got one for every single source that I want to make. So, whether that be a video or a sound or go to a completely new scene, I've got one set up there. All right, so let's have a look at the meme overlay itself. So you just pay attention to the bar down here. We'll go, if I can find it, there it is. You should be able to see everything down here. So every one of those buttons linked on my is a separate source down here. Now, one thing you'll notice straight away probably is that all of these scenes are deactivated by default. Okay, so when the meme overlay scene is sitting in front of you, all of these scenes will be deactivated. The aim of what we're trying to do is create a very, very simple multi-action on the Stream Deck, which we'll go through in a second, to basically show the source, pause for a number of seconds to let it give a chance to play, and then close the source straight after. That's pretty much it. For 99% of these things over here, it makes that's all you need to do. So it's just one button. You don't need to think about, turning it off or turning it on, or did I reset it? None of that. It's just a single button press and you've got all your memes ready to go. So let's look a little bit deeper from the Stream Deck side. So if we come back over here, all right, so if you're looking up at the Stream Deck, let's take a look at my existing Sonic button that I have here. It's lovely labeled. I should have put an icon on it, but I haven't already. So let's have a look on here and check it out. So again, the meme overlay is going atop all of your scenes. It's just one thing you need to add in pretty much an infinite amount of other things you want to appear and disappear at any point. So let's have a look at this one. This is, if you don't know what this is a multi-action. So you can come down here on the side, select Stream Deck and multi-action. There are a number of other multi-actions which I might do a video on later. So there's only really two. So there's multi-action, that's a series of events. It's basically just like a list of commands to play one after the other. The next one down here, don't get these mixed up, the multi-action switch is basically, I want to go, enable a source, I want to do this thing, and then, play the reverse order of that as well. So we don't need to worry about that too much. We'll just look at creating a multi-action. Actually, let's get rid of this and recreate it by default. So I'm going to delete my Sonic. No, Sonic! He's dead. Oh well. Okay, so I've accidentally deleted that. I need to recreate Sonic. How are we going to do this? All right, first step, look up here. We go to multi-action. We will come in. I usually cheat and just copy and paste another one of these actions, which you can do, but if you haven't got it by default, we'll take through step by step. Okay, so we'll call him, I want it to actually say Sonic now, because that's what I like. You can call it anything you want, that doesn't matter. We can actually make the text a little bolder here, just so I can see it. Sure, let's pick red for the color. Great. Gotta go fast. Red is fast color. All right, so first things first, what do we need to do? We need to scroll up on the side here and see source, okay? So we want to change an action on a source. The first source we want to change is, let me just find it over here in our meme overlay section. We got to go to go fast too. I've already added this into my meme overlay section. It's just like we did before, dragging and dropping that file in there, having a look at that. There it is. And so then we'll need a counter icon, I think it's called. What is it called? A delay, sorry. We'll need to add a quick delay in there. Now I know from memory that the Sonic meme doesn't go any longer than say 4 seconds, I think it is. Let's just give it 5 just to be sure. If you want, you should probably be more generous with the time than less. So we'll add that one in here, and we're gonna add just another action on the source to again disable Sonic. And that's pretty much it. Now it's done. Except for, sorry, adding it to deactivate. So you'll notice the first one is activate the source, wait say 5 seconds, and then deactivate the source. Really quite simple. Now, you might be asking why you're going to this much trouble to do that. I kind of touched on it before. When I initially attempted to set this up, number one, I wasn't grouping them correctly, so I'd have to go through and add them into individual scenes. And then they would also kind of either continually loop, or when I press the button again, it wasn't there. So this is the best way I could find to organize everything you could possibly need. And we'll go into some more advanced ones perhaps in a different video because they involve a lot of hotkeys and whatnot. But look, that's pretty much it. If I am on my meme overlay scene now, see down below, I'm just highlighting this here on the Stream Deck. If we go back up, going back out, you can see now we've got a Sonic. It's a brand new Sonic. Let's test him out, see if he works.
Gotta go fast!
It was completely scuffed and underneath the layer, but you get the idea, right? So that's how to do it. That's how to add a meme overlay. You can add as many as you want. You can nest them. You can do whatever you like and get really creative. Yeah. So I think just in retrospect, what do we need to do as a recap? We want to add all our video sources into one scene. You can call it meme overlay, you can call it whatever makes sense to you. Then you can add that scene to all of your other scenes, you know, webcam, you know, gameplay scene, whatever you've got. And therefore it'll be one place that you can always store extra alerts or funny alerts, sounds, whatever you want in there. You never have to worry about it. Step 2, configure them, a button for them in the Stream Deck. So activate the source, pause for a second, just like I did then, and then remember to deactivate the source. That kind of resets it in a way, so it's ready to go for the next time you want to push that button. That's pretty much it. I'll be doing a whole series on this, might include a little trailer here. So let's say I like sneezed on my goat, kind of went. If you want to, you know, if you have any questions or whatever, you can find me at the link, which will be floating around this screen somewhere, live at twitch.tv/wisego to come and ask any questions. I'm available on Twitter. I am across those things. Yeah, so either let me know down in the comments below as well. Was this useful to you? Do you want to see anything else in particular? And subscribe for more videos. All right, bye-bye.